Hold on, just soak this in. Just feast your eyes on this and imagine it going in your mouth. It feels like the grand opening to grilling season this week, and we have the special sauce to make it memorable. Becky Low at the Dairy Farmers of Utah and Idaho is joining me with fondue or fancy cheesy sauce, dipping sauce. For fries in particular, though, we're kind of expanding the application to even steak too, right?
Oh, absolutely. You put it on a good grilled steak, or you could put it over vegetables or pasta or a baked potato, or it just makes me drool thinking about it.
You and me both. So this is not your average fondue. We're reaching for some fancy cheese.
We are, and a very simple application, but it does take a little bit of time with it. So what we're doing for the sauce, instead of making a white sauce, it's going to look kind of like a white sauce, but we're actually just taking cream. We put it into a saucepan, bring it to a boil, and simmer it until it looks like it's about the consistency of a white sauce.
Okay.
This is a thin white sauce. And you can see that it's nice and hot and boiling.
Right.
Okay, at that point, we're adding the cheese, Gorgonzola cheese to it.
Gorgonzola cheese.
Yes, we'll put in about 3/4 of a cup.
So this is rich. This is going to be your rich, yeah.
And we'll also put in a little bit of Parmesan cheese.
Because why not? Bring on the cheese.
Because the flavor is just unbelievable with this. Okay, we just simply stir that until it starts to melt. And in the meantime, we'll also add some pepper. And we want some salt, so we'll put in some salt with it as well.
And why do you like Gorgonzola in particular for this recipe?
Good point. Now, it is a type of blue cheese,
right,
but it's very flavorful,
so
and
it kind
it's
of
also
has that bite to it, right?
Right, right, and it's very crumbly. Okay, if you want to have a little bit milder, then choose a blue cheese that has less blue veins in it.
Oh.
So if it's really dark and really well, blue cheese is moldy. It's a good kind of mold.
Okay, all of a sudden my mouth isn't watering anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, it's very, very good.
It is good. Oh, I do like blue cheese a lot.
Okay, so you can get one that doesn't have as much blue in it.
Okay.
And that will actually tone down the flavor.
I never actually thought
too.
about the color affecting the taste, but of course, yeah, that's why we like it.
Okay, nice thing about this now is that it's a little bit on the runny side. It does set up the more that it cools.
Okay, okay.
And you can actually make this ahead of time, put it in the refrigerator, and then when you're ready to use it, just put it on low heat and warm it up gradually. This was solid when I dumped it out a few minutes ago, and now you can see that it's wonderful, melty.
Oh.
If you do it too quick, it does.
It smells so good.
Okay, if you melt it too quick, then it's going to separate. So melt it slow, and then I had the whisk in there, and you were doing that. So if need be, just get your muscles in there, get your exercise.
Like, work it fast, furious, go.
Yeah,
get your
and
exercise.
whisk that until it's
Melody,
ready to go.
does that count? Stirring cheese exercise? Yes. Sure, why not? She's being our friend today. Okay. We love it.
And Willie, just, you know, oh, this is just so good.
Okay, yeah. Now, we talked about this as a grilling sauce that you could use for fries. You're encouraging people, you know, if the opportunity presents itself, to even make their own fries.
I am. They're simple, they're easy, and grilling them. You take the heat from the kitchen to the outdoors. We're into June. We're into grilling season, so I just love it.
So I have fried fries. I have not grilled fries. Take us through this.
Here's a couple of things. First off, I just used a mandolin to slice them, and you can see I left it dirty here, so you can see the starch that's left behind. So we put this in a colander, and we rinsed it with cold water to get rid of that extra starch with it. Okay, at that point, also dried it off. So put it on paper towels, a clean dish towel, you know, whatever you'd like. We're going to put in some oil, and I would suggest just regular vegetable oil for this. Okay, and then you want to toss that, and I'm going to actually get my hands into this and toss it. Okay, we'll mix that up.
Get things done in the kitchen, isn't it?
Absolutely. In fact, throwing it around, you could do that too.
Just throw that stuff around.
All right, now instead of French frying, we've actually cut out some of the the fat, because we've done it this way.
Right.
But if we're grilling it, then here's a couple of things and tips that you could use with it. Okay, a pan. Now, if you also wanted to shortcut this step, you could buy French fries from the store and do the same thing.
Is there a good size of fry when we're throwing it on the grill?
I like this smaller size. Also, my pan is a little bit small today, so I would use a little bit larger so that it's just one layer. Or I love to use a cast iron pan. Okay, now or you could do a grill mat. Grill mats are very popular now. And so you put it out on the grill mat, and then you're going to have that cooking. and it's at a medium to medium-high heat that you're grilling it at. You're turning it every 3 to 4 minutes so that you get all of that completed.
Okay.
And then I'm going to let you do this part, is that we want to season it up. My hand's oily, so I'll let you put that in.
Pink salt? What do we got?
Pink
Seasoned
salt?
salt?
Oh, you know, I'm glad you mentioned that. That's actually cayenne pepper and salt mixed.
Oh, wow.
You know, sometimes when you're putting cayenne pepper on things, then you'll end up with clumps, and it gets a little hot if you get that piece that has the clump on it. So if you mix it with salt ahead of time, now you have that all blended in so that you're not going to get, you have more of an even distribution.
Okay, so the salt helps break it up.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, one other tip. Now, when I'm frying them on this is what I took out and put on the plate, but normally I would turn it with just tongs.
Okay.
Okay, and then if I really wanted to brown it up afterwards, then I would put it in a fry basket.
Okay.
Okay, a fry basket or a grid or whatever, and that ends up, just a little bit more browning to the surface of it, but you're not going to have that oil with flare-ups and problems that way. Raw fries and burnt.
Yeah, no, that's not going to complement the plate that we're looking at. Do you like a certain type of potato? Like a russet or a Yukon Gold? Or?
Yukon Gold is very nice and it holds its shape.
Okay.
But it's whatever you happen to have. I used just a russet with these today, and so it's up to you.
Okay.
I love it.
Homemade fries on the grill, not to be outdone. The Gorgonzola fondue, as we're calling it. Fry fondue, that just has a ring to it, doesn't it?
Fry fondue,
We should trademark
absolutely.
that. We should, I mean, something. We could do a cookbook out of that or something. I say we like I would have any part of that project, and I would just smile and taste test, would be my role.
Well, that's your role. That's important.
That plate looks gorgeous, Becky, and it does have us
thank you.
thinking and getting excited about the official kickoff to summer. It's June, we're grilling. Let's do it. Becky, thank you so much.
You bet.
Look for these recipes and these grilling tips on our website, studio5.ksl.com. Just click there on the recipe tab, and we're just inviting you to get excited because this is one of just many, many grilling recipes that will be coming down the pipe, coming to our website in the next weeks and months. So stay with us there at studio5.ksl.com, and we will hook you up for the summer grilling season.